Unity. Begin our Dharma talk. We'd like to invite everyone to practice a moment of silence. First, today is Remembrance Day, so we would like to send our gratitude, a moment of love for the ones who have protected our nation, people, soldiers who have given their lives for us. And as well as with the current wars in various parts of the country, in other parts of the world, we offer our loving energy in this moment of silence before we begin. A moment of silence has passed, and we would like to invite everyone to please listen to the 3 sounds of the bell before we begin our Dharma talk from Thai.
Good morning, brothers, sisters, and friends. Welcome to our monthly Mindfulness Day. Today is Saturday, November 11th, the year 2023. And first of all, I would like to welcome you all and thank for your presence and your practice today. How are you doing this morning? Did you enjoy your sitting and walking? Yeah. It's been a long time. I haven't had a chance to meet the Sangha, the community. Even though I always put my eyes and my heart with the Sangha. Even I am traveling around for retreats and public talk. But I also very concerned and also always asking about the Sangha. And I hope that my young monks continue this path since 1997. After 2 months, we built this building. So our class has been 26, 27 years. I remember we have the opening ceremony on July, and then September, the beginning of September, we begin our Friday session until now. Things has been, people come and go, people move out of Edmonton. No matter what, we still continue our practice, our session, no matter how many we attend. And since COVID, we have online programs. So I believe that some people stay home and continue to practice with us online. And also we introduce this to people around the world. And today is the day that we celebrate the Remembrance Day. We sometimes call a poppy day. This is the tradition of wearing a poppy on this remembrance in order to symbol for remembrance and hope for the peace in the future. So that means when people have war, and the opposite of war is peace. And in daily life, and this is what we also practice. We want peace more than we want war. But and this is the reality. Even the First World War end or the Second World War end, but we still can realize there are wars around in daily life if we are not mindful enough. Sometimes we are not war in a battle, but we silently that have a lot of conflicts between us and others, just one and one by one. Sometimes we stay together in the same house, but we still have no connection. We don't have the same message together. So that means the world war is not only happening around outside of us or in another country, but we realize that war within us if we have no peace within us. So what is the purpose of our practice? Is to cultivate peace. And we want to offer this peace energy to our loved one. We do have the intent to offer peace, but sometimes we don't know what to do. And we don't have enough capacity to offer peace if we are not into the practice. We are training ourselves daily in order to offer this peace, but first for us, for ourselves. For example, today is Saturday. We have the right to stay home and sleep in. And even, all the young monks, they have the right to do nothing, just to enjoy the weekend. But what they want to do is they sacrifice their time for the sake of something. So we have realized that in the past, there are tons of people who sacrificed for our country, for the peace of our country. And a lot of people, a lot of populations, they die for the country too. And if we look deeply, and we can see that in daily, there are people who sacrifice something for us. Their time, their effort, their work. They do a lot of things for the sake of us. Like our parents, like our grandparents, our brothers, sisters, who have done a lot for us. They don't have to declare, I'm doing this for you. But silently, They know that if they do this, they can bring happiness and joyful for their loved one. So sometimes we don't have to declare anything. In silently, we can feel that. When we silently doing something for someone, we relieve the suffering. We don't have to declare, but they also can receive that silently because that heals them. For example, every time when I come to the Dharma talk, the monks will offer me a cup of water. They don't have to show me, they don't have to do anything. They just live in front of me. They already silently show their love, their care. When we go home, we realize there is no food for our kids, and we will start to do something. So when they back home from school, they can have something to eat. Silently healing and offer. And when your kids home and they realize there are some food on table, they can enjoy. Sometimes we are home, we don't have to do anything. We don't have to say anything, but our home, where we stay home, our presence already silently offer the warmth, the cozy for the house, and we are there for our children. So when I'm home like this, I'm very happy. Because I know that I have a chance to walk up and down with my monks, my nuns, and I have a chance with the community. But doesn't mean when I leave home, I am home in somewhere. I am be there for another community around the world. So that means my practice is I try to be there anytime I have a chance to. Right in the present moment where I travel, where I'm at. So what we practice here is we are practicing mindfulness to produce peace. And we can realize that peace is not only a philosophy. It's not something we cannot reach. And it's not something that we don't have anything to offer. If we really have the intent, we have a lot of peace within us in order to offer for the world, for our loved one. But first of all, we need to make peace within us. Because sometimes in us, we have a lot of war. We have a lot of conflicts, a lot of fightings. So when we are meditation, when we are walking, we try to calm. And your peaceful energy can generate and offer. I remember this morning when I hear Brother Tịnh Tạng Lawrence. He offered us the guidance when we are walking. And I remember he also shared this. Our peaceful steps can generate the peace energy to offer. So sometimes we know that if we have the intent of love, if we have love and we have peace, we're able to offer. We're able to shut down the flames of war, the flames of anger. Our smiling, our greeting, sometimes we are releasing a lot of, struggling. Some people, they are struggling silently. They did not declare their strugglings. And we are silently help them. So we both silence. And because we know we are silent kindness. But that kindness in silence can heal the silence of struggling. Because sometimes people don't share, but doesn't mean that they are not suffer. Just because they don't have enough capacity, or they are not ready, or they do not dare to share. But with the eyes of love, the eyes of kindness, you can see through. That's why the Buddha, we praising the Buddha because the Buddha have the eyes of mindfulness. When he look at us, he only look at us with the eyes of peace, with love. That's why he can see what's in us in order to embrace, to help, to hold our hands, and to help us to overcome. But as humans, sometimes we look at someone when they are not in a good condition, we're happy. Sometimes, why? Because we are jealous, we hate. But with love, with kindness, with peace, we don't see that way. But we can realize that everyone around us, they also have something that we're able to be help. If you want to help, there are tons of things you're able to help. Sometimes we share, we talk, but not only the Buddha able to talk or we talk, but even things around us. For example, if you look at the clock or the watch, they also can give us a Dharma talk that we should appreciate every single minute, every single day. Because time is short, so we cannot waste. For example, if we are right, if we feel that we are right, we don't have to waste time to try to prove that you are right. If you are right, you're always right. People can realize it. We don't have to do anything to prove. But if we are wrong, we don't have to waste time to pretend that we are right. But if we need help, we also don't have to waste time to ask for help. The ringing is very on time because we are talking about the time. Sometimes that peaceful sound can become the sound of calling us go back to the present moment. Why we need to set the clock? Time's up. Let's say we set up the alarm clock to wake up. Time to wake up. Time to pick up our children. Even we pick them up daily, but someday we forgot. So we need to set up 3 o'clock, ring, time to pick up my kids. Time to do something. So because we know that, sometimes we forget. We know things around, but we forget. So we know time is short. We know life is impermanent. We know everything. But how come we still have no peace and we still argument? We still have a lot of fighting because we forget. So sometimes that sound helps us. Time's up. Last night I have talked with some of my young friends who just arrived to Canada for a short time. And I share with them what happened in the past 40 years since I first come to Canada. And time flies. 40 years already. When I have my young monks, they're very young, who have been here, more than 10 years, 20 years ago. And you can realize how small Peter, Lawrence, and Andy, and Michael, and now they all can replace me. So one day can replace me, that I know that where is my position. So if you feel that, some of our sisters who are on the bench today, few years ago, they're right here. Now they move up to a higher position. So this is what? This is the sound to remind us. Don't be shy to sit on the bench, on the chair if you need to. But while we're sitting there, we know that time's up. Time to sit on the bench because we are no longer have enough health to sit on floor. So when we are able still can sit on floor like this, enjoy. But when you are still sit on the chair, you also enjoy. But you know where are you in order to accept and live with it. No expectation. Accept and happy. So there's nothing wrong. Because every single sound around us can be the sound of Dharma talk. Can be the sound to remind us for something. In Plum Village, where Zen Master Thich Khan's tradition, he has a practice that in all of his practice center, they set up the rings for the clock. So every 15 minutes, the clock will be ringing. Will be a bell. So when you hear the bell of the clock, you stop. You stop, what are you doing? You stop walking, you stop talking. And then what you do is go back to your conscious breathing. After 3 breaths, you continue to work. You continue to work, to talk. But every 50 minutes, there is a bell from the clock. We stop what we were doing and go back to the present moment. So the clock can tell us about time. About time. And sometimes we need to set up the alarm clock in order to remind us, time's up. So we know that there is time's up to do something that necessary, we need to. We are no longer can waste time. For example, when in the morning we hear the alarm clock, it's time up to wake up, to do some work, to go to school, to do something. It's not time to sleep anymore. But last night, a few hours ago, it's time to do nothing. It's time to rest. So one thing to remind us about, when we look at the clock, and we always know, there is time. And in daily life, there is time to do something, and there is time to do nothing. Even you do something to do, or you have nothing to do, you still at peace. And that is the words from the song we used to sing. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. When you work for someone, you don't have to worry and suffer because you know what you have done, what you will be done will bring somebody the benefit. So working is something very treasure. It's a treat. For example, when you cook, you know that you don't cook for nothing. You cook for your loved one to enjoy. So why we suffer when we're cooking? When you clean the house, you don't have to complain, why I have to clean the house? And you know that you're cleaning your house will offer the cleanness, the freshness to your family. When I come out to give a Dharma talk, I don't suffer because I know that my talk, even not perfect, but at least there are a few words, few ideas that people can receive and they can follow and they can practice. When you set up the meditation hall, you don't have to suffer because you know that when you're set up like this, somebody will benefit. They can sit, they can enjoy, they can practice. So remember, when we're doing something around daily, there's no waste. You're doing something, you know why you do it, and some people will come after to enjoy what you've done. So the word is, when I have something to do, I will do it in my happiness. When we have nothing to do, why we suffer? Because this is time to rest. This is time to relax. This is time to enjoy. So the practice is, when you have nothing to do or you have something to do, we both enjoy. When you relax, you know it's time to gain back the energy. And sometimes you keep silence, doesn't mean nothing. It means a lot to the whole community. I used to remind the community when there's a very large gathering. If we have a lot of people and we also a lot of noises, it's normal. Lot of people, lot of noises, normal. When you have a lot of people but no noise, this is super practice. It's not normal. It's not normal, but this can bring a lot of energy. People can feel your really practice. Thousands of people, but no noise. Is this super? But thousands of people, thousands of noises is very normal. So the word of the song, happiness is here, is simple. But it is a really practical. I have dropped my worries. So when you work or when you have no work, there's nothing to be worried. When you're doing something, remember, don't complain, because you know what you do is not for nothing. It's for something. That's why you're doing it. And if you have been asked to do something, it's also not for nothing. It's been for something. If not, people won't ask you to do it. Even so, when you cook, when you clean, when you do anything, even when you go to school, you don't go to school for nothing. You go to school for your future, for your life, for your knowledge, for your benefit. And after this, a lot of people can benefit from your study, from your education, from your practice. When you pick up a piece of garbage, why I have to do it? Why don't you ask somebody else? If you're able to pick up a piece of garbage, it's for something. You help people to clean up, and you help people not to get hurt, even a broken glasses, a broken bottle. You pick up that and you garbage it, you recycle it, you help the environment. So even we pick up just a piece of garbage. So when you're cleaning around, when you're doing something, we are nothing to worry. Why? Because we know we're not doing for nothing. We are doing this for something. Why have to be there? Yeah, your presence will offer something right there. So from now on, after we understand this, we have no more complaint. So every single thing we do, we're happy. So when I, sometimes I have 3 talks per day. And every single talk takes 2 hours. When I'm traveling, and lots of temples, a lot of churches, they want to invite me to come for the talk. And I have to divide time. And sometimes need to travel 10 hours, 5 hours driving. That doesn't mean that I'm craving for talk. But I know that when they need me, they ask for. So they don't ask for nothing. And I don't talk for nothing. I'm not there for nothing. Because we are something. And we want to do something. Even one day, we will become nothing. But do not let our life become really nothing. We are really nothing one day. But with mindfulness, in this nothing, we can do something. The water lives there. We don't use it. It's just water and evaporates. But this water, we know how to do things. We can make tea, we can make coffee, we can cook soup, we can offer. You know that a lot of herbals, in the past we don't know they have the capacity to healing. We just thought them grass and plants and trees, but one day we found out, oh, they are herbals. So something on the street look like nothing, but they are something to heal you. It's that miracle. And what can make us can realize that? Mindfulness. Mindful means we pay attention. We pay attention. And we look deeply. We be there completely in order to enjoy. When we walk mindfully because we know that there's miracle. We're able to walk peacefully on the ground. Last month I met an old lady. She was in diabetes for many years, and now she cut her 2 legs because of her sickness. She is 92, so when I visit her, and her children told me that she had no suffer at all. And she said that, with this age, the age of 92, is more than enough for me. So I'm still alive. It's already a gift. I have been using my legs for more than 90 years. It's time to damage. It's time to, return. So I will receive and enjoy what I have lived back, what I have left. If she have no meditation, if she have no reflection and look deeply, she cannot talk about that. She cannot accept and live with that. So look like when we practicing like this, look like we are very weak. We are so soft. We walk gently, very slow. But who knows, in this silently, in this slowly, there's very stability, very strong, very profound. Do you realize that? Sometimes we talk slowly, look like not strong enough, but who knows? Every single word is very strong, very stable, very wise, and very encouragement. The very strong and fast react, still mistakes, and sometimes cause lots of trouble, lot of hurting, because we are so quick. We don't have enough time to reflect what words we want to use. How can we put things together to express our feelings so people can feel our feeling with a short words we use? Sometimes we talk a lot, but nothing to be understood. Sometimes we talk short, but people can feel it. So in the words, there are power of peace. In our word, there is ingredients of mindfulness. So even with the food, we always want to say that I want to taste that. And after we like it, I want to enjoy. At first, we just want to taste. And then if we know what is it, we enjoy. And when we look at it, oh, I want this, because I know what is it. Life is the same. We live in such a way that, people just come to us for the first time. Taste. A good connection. I want to be with that person. I want to keep the relationship. I want to keep in touch. I want to keep the connection. Sometimes we just first meet and then we're done. We don't want to keep any connection. Or people don't want to keep the connection with us. So some people we meet and we still want to keep the connection. We keep in touch. So even food, we still want to taste, then why not life? So we live and we talk in such a way that people can enjoy. And without mindfulness, we cannot do that. So we do not introduce you religions. We introduce you and we invite you. And we offer you the practice of mindfulness. Because mindfulness can help us a lot in daily life. And since we have peace, we don't have to say anything. War will be end. And people want to create war, we know how to make peace. But in the past, they make war, we also make war. And we have family war before we become world war. Sometimes, we stay together in the same community, but we cannot look at each other. We cannot talk to each other. And sometimes we try to express, we try to declare, I'm against you. That is not something, very nice to declare or introduce. So there are a lot of things around us can give us a talk. So I just introduced one thing about the clock, about the sound of the clock, even the alarm clock. Time's up to end something and time up to begin something. Now there is nothing for us to delay. When you realize, my food is cooked, of course you turn off the stove because you never want to make things overcooked. Right? When you realize it's not cooked, you still can adjust your flame to make it cook. Very simple. And life is like that. Time's up to stop something, and time's up to start something. And time's up to continue for something. Depends on how much mindful, how much love. If we love our family, of course we want to make them food. And of course we want to give them good food. So not overcooked or not uncooked. All have to be cooked and tasty. Same thing. When we talk completely. We don't want misunderstanding. And we don't ever want to say, I don't want to hear. I don't understand. We want, I understood. I'm willing to help. I'm willing to live. I'm willing to offer. So if we have understanding, make things completely understanding, things will be different. You are making the war halfway. You want to stop the war, make things completely understanding. And every one of us, we have the region. You have your own region, I have my own region. We don't want to take over any region. And if we want to take over regions, we make war. I want that land, I want more land from you. This is my land, but I want your land too. And that's why the war happened. But if we respect my land, your land, and we make this whole world peace. There is a story from the two countries. They just right at the border. And when this country, the country A, look at the country B, they're growing something, like plants and wheat and things. And this group, this country, they don't want. So every night, they come and destroy it. The wheat, the harvest of the other country. So the other country realized, what happened to us? So they realize, because the country next to us come over every night and destroy our farms. So what they do is, they come to this country, they water their farms for the other country every night. And the other countries, they realize, they surprised. We don't do anything in our farm, but how come our farm fresh and grow healthy every day? So they try to find out, and they realize the country that we come to destroy them, they come to water for us. So one day, they come to apologize. I have learned from you a lot. I destroy your farm, but you help my land. You help my farm. You have given us the lecture of what is called making peace more than making war. So when people try to, negative to us, we try to live positive to them. Because only that way can save the environment. Only that way can end the war and can begin the peace. You don't trust me? And one day if you are home, maybe your husband get angry at you and he yell. If you yell back, you are both in argument and fighting. But if he yell at you You just silently walk to your room, go outside doing something. You save half environment already. 10, 15 minutes later, everything will be done. Because he cannot talk to himself all day. Or she cannot talk to herself all day. And remember, when we are celebrating the Remembrance Day, we remember those who die, who serve for the past, for the peace, for the war. And when we look back in the past 20 years, we lived together, and there are a lot of sacrificing. A lot of things happen and everything go through. We still up to this moment. Is that something to remember and review? But when we review the past, doesn't mean to hurt us or to suffer us, but to appreciate the present. No matter what happened in the past, we still live up to this present. We still here and right now. We appreciate the present. We are not reviewing the past in order to suffer, but to appreciate what we have now. And we will value what is here right in the present moment. May you all be well, happy and at peace. And remember to cultivating your time to doing sitting meditation, because this is when you are doing meditation daily. That is the time for you, for us, to healing. To healing a lot of things have happened in the past. And also to get ready for a healthy moment now and the future. So the sitting meditation, another word is meditation, the time we practice, can heal for 3 times of life: the past, the present, and the future. And this is the path that we are practicing, the way we are practicing, and we believe strongly that only peace can come and can heal everything. And we know that only arguments, fighting, war can destroy everything we create. We have seen recently war between on YouTube, on news now. Now we just stay home and we can witness the war that happened around the world. And we can see how much damage, how much destroy. The anger, the hatred, the ignorance, the greedy, now become the weapons to destroy a lot of things that we establish. And now they calculate how much money that has been destroyed and how much time they will take to rebuild everything again. But if we respect the regions of everyone around, nothing will be talking about. So because we have no respect, we're not humble enough. We have no respecting. We just want to grab more. And this is what happened. So I just want to talk about within our daily practice. What other people talk, we respect, listen, and we can advise instead of against, instead of fighting back. Nothing will be safe and nothing will be solved unless we both sit down and talk. This is very, very general and very real. And we all know that. But how come we still have nothing happen? Because we won't do it. So knowing something and doing something is different. So we want, when we're knowing something and we're doing what we know too. And that will make it completely set. Is that something for us to remember, to talk and to think about? Thank you for your practice, your listening. I hope you enjoy your weekend and spend some time to reflect and to remembrance. Andy có bài hát gì hát không? Cúng dường. I invite Brother Andy have a song to offer for us. Có bài hát gì liên quan đến sit properly.
Dear respected Thai, dear community, I would like to offer this song that I learned in school when I was younger, and I'm sure everyone knows this song as well. There's some actions to this song, but I don't remember the actions anymore because it's been so long. I think it's called "I've Got Peace Like a River." I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got love like a river, I've got love like a river, I've got love like a river in my soul. I've got love like a river, I've got love like a river, I've got love like a river in my soul. I've got joy like a river, I've got joy like a river, I've got joy like a river in my soul. I've got joy tune was slightly off, but just an offering to everyone. Thank you.
So brother and sister, I would like to invite you to enjoy the 3 sounds of the bell to end our Dharma talk this morning. And I would like to invite everyone to, after this, we'll come downstairs and we'll have a mindfulness meal together. Thank you.